Hello and welcome to HBM's Crypto-Corner for Wednesday, August 7th, 2019. We have several things to get to, so let's get started. Some exciting news coming out from Dr. Robert Michael Pyle. His book, Where Bigfoot Walks, Crossing the Dark Divide, is being turned into a motion picture. There's Dr. Pyle. That's the copy of the 2017 reprint. This is the Dark Divide. That's where it is, between Mount St. Helens and Mount Adams. Now, this is David Cross, actor-comedian, as Dr. Pyle in the movie. Here's another shot of him. This is Deborah Messing, who portrays Thea Pyle. David Ketchner as Shane. Some more shots from the movie. Here's a photo of Deborah Messing and the real Dr. Robert Michael Pyle. Here's an image of David Cross as Robert Michael Pyle. Deborah Messing as Thea Pyle. Another shot of Deborah Messing. And a shot of Shane, David Ketchner. So this is very exciting, a very exciting development for Dr. Pyle. I wish this movie all the success. Creature Weekend takes place October 18th through the 20th this year, honoring Bob Gimlin. He'll be at Salt Fork State Park. They're going to honor him for his birthday, which will be on Friday, October 18th. With a special presentation by James Vieira, co-host of the History Channel's Search for the Lost Giants and co-author of Giants on Record, on the subject of the giant skeletal remains that have been uncovered all over the world. James Renner, Adam Davis, and Scott Carpenter are additional speakers at the event. Now, James Vieira will not be speaking, but he will be available to sign autographs. So, that's coming up in about 3 months. We have a passing to denote. Bigfooter Tom Shirley, who was only 56, has passed away. He was a research partner of Lyle Blackburn. He also starred in the movie Skookum: The Hunt for Bigfoot as Mayor Terry Purvis. And here's a photo of Tom with Craig Woolhiger, Lyle Blackburn, and Gino Napoli at the 2014 Ohio Bigfoot Conference. Here's a photo of Lyle with Tom. A photo just with Tom. Lyle says, with a heavy heart, I had to say goodbye to my friend Tom Shirley last night. He passed away at 10:14 p.m. among family and friends. Tom was a rare person who exemplified the best traits of strength, trust, dependability, kind-heartedness, and an unequaled sense of adventure. It's been a privilege to know Tom and to share so many adventures with him over the years. He'll be extremely missed by myself and all those who knew him. I took this photo of Tom while we were exploring the Sabine River area in southeast Texas. Tom was always at home in the most rugged and primitive places the countryside had to offer. Kettle Lake was one of his favorite places, and I'm sure somewhere out there Tom is paddling one of his beautiful bayou vistas as he always has. Adventure in peace, my friend. I don't think I could have said it any better. I'll just leave it at that. In Boring, Oregon, Cliff and Melissa Berkman have opened their new museum, North American Bigfoot Center. Now you see this Bigfoot right here? This was on display at the Ohio Bigfoot Conference this past year. And Cliff and Melissa apparently were able to get a hold of it for their museum, which is pretty cool. Now Dave Groves, as I mentioned in a video a few months ago, said that this was very close to the sighting that he had in 2010 in the Allegheny National Forest. The North American Bigfoot Center, it's not quite complete yet. There's a few things that Cliff and Melissa have to work on and have to sort of upbuild the displays and the exhibits. But they're going to be working on that over the next year. and the opening Friday drew quite a few people out to see what the museum was all about. So I wish Cliff and Melissa all the best on this museum, and if I'm ever in that area, I will certainly check the museum out. Finally today, the Sasquatch Summit is coming up the weekend of November 22nd through the 24th, the weekend before Thanksgiving. Speakers will be Dr. Jeff Meldrum, Scott Taylor of the BFRO, legend Bob Gimlin, the She Squatchers, the Olympic Project, Todd Neese, and Peter Byrne, another legend. Peter Byrne will be 94 years old this month on the 22nd, if you can believe that. 94, he doesn't look it. He looks like a man about 20 years his junior. But ticket information is available on SasquatchSummit.com if you want to get your tickets. Also information on, well, everything that's going on at the event. I guess there's a schedule somewhere listed on here. You also sign up for their newsletter to receive email updates about the event. I have done so, and you can do so as well. So I say check it out one time. That's at Quinault at the Ocean Shores Casino. Or is that at Ocean Shores at the Quinault Indian Casino? I believe the second is correct. Oh, one other thing I wanted to talk about. On the new series, The Unexplained, this past Friday night, William Shatner had a program about cryptozoological creatures, and they examined the goat man, the mothman, the Mongolian death worm, and there was one other cryptid that they looked at. The chupacabra. Yes, the chupacabra. And they showed Phyllis Canyon's stuffed chupacabra, because she found this animal outside her ranch one morning after she'd been called. Somebody said, hey, there's this weird animal laying out here. Can you come check it out? So she drove out there. As she looked at it, she's like, what in the world is that? And they had the DNA examined from it, by the way. And it turned out to be a cross between, I believe, coyote and Mexican wolf. Very unusual. So it is basically a canid. But it's very unusual to have something like that in Texas. So it's entirely possible that all these chupacabra that you're seeing in Texas are actually a coyote-wolf hybrid, which is pretty fascinating. But they talked about the goat man, which, interesting mystery, I have to say. A humanoid creature with the head of a goat, with horns and everything. That's just crazy. And then, of course, the Mothman, one of my favorite cryptids. And what was the other one? The Mongolian death worm. But they only had representations of the death worm in art form, and they also had some scenes in the movie Tremors of the creatures that tunnel underneath the ground and come up. But it was fascinating. It was interesting. Ken Gerhard was on that one, also Nick Redfern, a fellow named Chad Lewis, several others. So it was pretty good. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for tuning in. Really appreciate it. You guys are the heart of the show. I know I always say it, but I do mean it. And until 2 weeks from now, y'all be good or be good at it. This is May-HBM's Crypto Corner.